Welcome to this special explainer. Today, we are taking a massive, thrilling victory lap through the entire evolution of modern networks. We're going to compress over a century of incredible technological breakthroughs into one cohesive narrative, connecting the dots from the earliest electrical pulses all the way to the intelligent digital fabrics of tomorrow.
But hey, before we really get going, I just want to break the fourth wall for a second and say a huge, massive congratulations to you. By reaching this point, you have successfully conquered the incredibly rigorous 15-part tutorial on modern telecommunications from the brilliant minds at Virtualization Options LLC, the premier Colorado-based technology, research, education, and advisory organization. You've put in the hard work, and this explainer, well, this is your high-level capstone review. So let's dive right into this epic journey you just wrapped up. We're going to look back at everything we've covered, stretching all the way from Samuel Morse's simple but absolutely revolutionary 1840s telegraph straight through to the fully autonomous AI-driven 6G networks that are currently on the horizon.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, celebrating your telecom journey. Second, foundations, analog to IP. Third, the LAN and WAN revolution. Fourth, wireless and optical expansions. Fifth, the autonomous 6G horizon. And finally, number 6, the new infrastructure paradigm. Let's get moving.
Section 1. Foundations, analog to IP. Remember when we tackled this back in the early chapters? This three-layer hierarchy is the absolute baseline context. Every IT professional literally needs to understand this to grasp complex systems. Down at the bottom, you've got the physical layer, right? Just moving raw signals. Above that is the logical layer, which gives structure and direction to your data. And sitting right at the top is the application layer, where the actual user-facing services live. Every single network issue you will ever troubleshoot inevitably maps right back to this fundamental stack.
And here we have one of the most important architectural transformations we studied, the shift from the old public switch telephone network to modern IP networks. You see, the PSTN relied on circuit switching. That basically meant dedicating an entire exclusive path for a single call. Now, that was great for voice latency, but man, it was incredibly wasteful because it consumed capacity even during total silence. IP networks completely revolutionized this through packet switching and statistical multiplexing. It efficiently shares bandwidth on demand, which is absolutely vital for the bursty, unpredictable data traffic of the internet.
Section 2, the LAN and WAN revolution.
Now, as we learned, while that three-layer model is awesome for a high-level view, the seven-layer OSI model remains the indispensable common vocabulary for, well, pretty much everything. Troubleshooting, design, vendor interoperability, you name it. Specifically, we're talking about these bottom 4 layers. Whether you're analyzing Cat6 cabling at layer 1, checking MAC addresses at layer 2, dealing with BGP routing at layer 3, or choosing between TCP and UDP at layer 4, this framework, this is your daily reality in IT. So the crucial point here is how rapid scale literally forces evolution. IPv4 gave us about 4.3 billion addresses, which sounds like a lot. And for a while, NAT, Network Address Translation, kind of kept the wheels on the bus by letting multiple devices share one public IP. But the absolute explosion of IoT and mobile devices just forced the internet's hand. Enter IPv6. It expands our address space to 128 bits, giving us 340 undecillion addresses. To put that into perspective, it's a number so mind-bogglingly huge that it essentially eliminates IP scarcity for the foreseeable future, fundamentally altering how we connect the physical world.
Section 3. Wireless and optical expansions.
Notice how every single decade here hasn't just been a bump in speed, it has fundamentally reimagined the entire role of connectivity in our lives. We went from 1G's analog voice in the 80s to 2G, bringing us SMS texting, to 3G finally crossing that mobile broadband threshold. Now, we're deep in the 5G era of IoT and industrial automation, and we are rapidly sprinting toward the IMT 2030 framework, the dawn of 6G.
But hey, it's not just terrestrial towers driving this change. 6,000. Just wrap your head around that number for a second. That is the number of low Earth orbit, or LEO, satellites currently operated by SpaceX Starlink at an altitude of just 550 kilometers. By flying so much lower than those old-school geostationary satellites, these LEO constellations have completely slashed propagation delay. We're talking 20 to 40 millisecond latency to some of the most remote locations worldwide. It is making global, ubiquitous broadband a commercial reality today.
Meanwhile, right beneath the ocean and under our city streets, our optical fiber infrastructure relies on some seriously elegant physics. DWDM technology ingeniously uses total internal reflection to carry the Internet's entire traffic. Think of it like this. By separating data into different colors or wavelengths of light, a single DWDM fiber pair can carry tens of terabits per second over a glass strand thinner than a human hair. It's the silent, glowing backbone of literally everything we do.
Section 4. The Autonomous 6G Horizon. As we shift towards 6G, we are entering the era of Network Slicing 2.0. Unlike the manual pre-configuration of 5G, where you might just set up a few static slices and hope for the best, 6G relies on artificial intelligence to dynamically manage resources. This AI orchestrator can spin up, configure, and then terminate network slices in a matter of seconds. It can even predict future demand based on things like calendar events, social media trends, and location context. It's like the network anticipates exactly what you need before you even ask for it.
And you know what? It goes way further than just software. This is absolutely mind-blowing. The very walls of our future buildings will act as structural metasurfaces. We are shifting away from building infrastructure that merely supports communication boxes to actually deploying metamaterials that are inherently electromagnetic by design. The architecture itself becomes a perfectly tuned waveguide for terahertz frequencies, meaning the building literally is the network.
Section 5. The new infrastructure paradigm.
Thanks to intent-based networking, your job is no longer to sit there manually configuring hardware in a box using command line interfaces. Instead, you just express a business outcome, like saying, hey, I demand 99.99% voice service quality for our enterprise customers in this specific zone. The AI orchestrator translates that intent into thousands of configurations across virtualized network elements, monitoring and self-healing in real time. The whole shebang is automated, and your intervention is reserved only for novel, highly unusual anomalies. We have truly remarkably moved from simple point-to-point voice transmission on copper wires to a planetary-scale nervous system. Fiber optics, LEO satellites, and AI management are all converging into this programmable digital fabric that seamlessly merges our human, physical, and digital realities. Which leaves us with one absolutely critical takeaway. The technology, it's going to continue to evolve faster than anyone can memorize it. So, congratulations once again on completing your amazing journey with virtualization options, and thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. As you step out of this 15-part tutorial and into the AI-driven 6G era, I want to leave you with this thought. Individual depth is great, for sure, but systems thinking is king. So how will you adapt your skills to become the indispensable systems thinker this new digital fabric requires?